Smoke a purse so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's Hot Thoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a purse so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
CEO, had to come get you back. What's going down?
Man, what's up, Pico the Don, man? We back in the building. What's good?
Man, shit, working, man. I had to go get the hardest working man alive, goddamn CEO Hockley, to come back and talk on this real shit, man. It's too many niggas
man.
the real opinions.
You already know, man. You already know what we finna do.
Yeah, man. So first thing first, we're gonna just start it like this, man. It's been a debate on the internet. As far as 100 men versus one gorilla, like,
man, they gotta cut that shit out, man. Yeah, 100 niggas can't beat one bitch. Yeah, 100 niggas can't beat one bitch, man. Yeah, I ain't understanding. So 100 men versus one gorilla doing what?
I guess the theory is that one gorilla could beat up 100 men.
One gorilla could beat up 100 men in what? Hand-to-hand combat, right?
Right, yeah. Like if there was 100 men hand-to-hand against one gorilla.
Yeah, man. I don't think men can't do nothing with them, man. I don't know. Have you ever participated in jumping activities where you done jumped and ganged up on somebody, Pico?
No comment.
No comment. Oh, okay. Now you don't want to comment. Well, anyway, man, I don't think 100 men could be successful fighting an untamed gorilla. Yeah, I think they could jump on them to probably hold them down or put some force on them, but as far as beating them, nah, they ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, now a lot of people saying that first 30 men that charge them, they out of there.
But listen, I heard Mr. Beast finna pay 100 people $50 to do it. Yeah, I'm willing to watch this. Here, look, prove me wrong. That's what I'm about. Pull out the 100 niggas and the gorilla and prove me wrong. I'm willing to watch.
Man, that shit better come with a life insurance policy, because I don't think them niggas gonna make it either. But yeah,
imagine you being mentally retarded and you saying you was one of the 100 niggas. Man, nigga, please.
Ask that gorilla question first, because it goes into my next one. Dave Blunts. He been viral for the past couple of weeks. Aside from writing Kanye's album, he's been on tour, and at his tour, his fan base consists of mainly white people. He's been at all of his shows basically saying, hey, when you come to my show, don't worry about that race shit. You all got the N-word pass in here. Everybody say it with the hard R too. What do you think about that when you see all those people in unison? Dave Blunt's the only black person in the building for the most part, and then you see all those people in unison say the N-word together.
Well, as a black man, I gotta say, man, it's like that's some whole shit, right?
Yeah.
But then you gotta flip the script on the shit, right? And I'm not a Dave Blunt, whatever that fat nigga name. I ain't Dave fan. I ain't a fan of him. He's a gimmick, and we all know he's a gimmick. So if we know he a gimmick and we know he's stealing Big Mo flavor, why you think he wouldn't make money out white people saying nigga? You think a white boy wouldn't pay to say the word nigga?
Oh yeah, they would.
All right. So now he's making money off his audience and he letting them say the word nigga. That's just a marketing ploy, something to get him in the tabloids, and that's just game. He a hoe. He hustling though, but he's still a hoe. And we don't support that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep saying that shit that one day his ass on the barbecue. Yeah, until they get the barbecue on him. Now, if he really want to see if they fuck with him, get the touching on them white girls. Yeah, like Shannon Sharpe. And then we see who he need to pay to him then. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Shannon Sharpe going through it right now. He just stepped away from ESPN. He got multiple women coming out against him. One 19, 20-year-old girl, she filed a $50 million lawsuit. Then you got past girlfriends and things of that sort coming out now saying that he was abusive and a choke artist.
Right. Hey, man. I mean, we got another example of tricking gone wrong, man. Yeah, I see Shannon Sharpe was a trick. I don't think it was a real relationship. I think he was paying for a sex worker, right? And the sex worker decided to go and run them on through them. That's really it, man. Yeah, Shannon Sharpe is tricking at the highest level, man. Tricking gone bad at the highest level. Paying for the P, man.
Do you feel like he paid so much that his feelings got involved?
Now he paid so much to where he thought he had control of the situation. You know how you go, nigga, I paid for all this when you're in the restaurant. You think you got to say so because you paid. But see, you don't own that pussy. You paid for it, but you don't own it now. That's two different things, right? It's probably a young nigga somewhere that own that pussy and told her go on run the play on. Do you hear me? Because somebody own it. She don't own it.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense or not. But yeah, he got confused. He thought he owned it. He didn't own it though. And she letting him know he don't own it.
Yeah. Now it's catching a lot of flack. People are saying this is happening because he didn't had the Cat Williams interview. He do a lot of interviews where people come in, expose the dark side of the industry, I guess you could say.
Oh no, this happening because again, man, when you get successful and you get powerful, you gotta watch who you let in your clique, man. The people around you the most can hurt you. And it ain't nothing like having a 20-year-old white girl that sell butt naked pictures online. She sell $20 picture online. Man, you could go online right now for $20 and see her cat, man. This who he is laying down with. Yeah, so this is all on him. This ain't nobody trying to knock him down. Now people looking for stuff to bring him down because he's successful, but he's delivering to them what they want, bro. The bitch sell pictures for $20, man. Yeah, he got that in his circle.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that he was fucking up because he's 56 and she's 20. Granted, she's legal. A lot of people were saying he's still wrong. What's your thoughts on the age difference?
Man, he wrong. Look, you could be legally retarded. You know that? Like, yeah, I mean, just because you legal or just because the police won't come and arrest you don't mean you should be doing it. It's a whole bunch of things that's legal, Pico, that I see you not doing. Yeah, it's legal to marry a man. I don't see your husband, Pico.
Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? So just because it's legal don't mean it's right to do it. So yeah, I think he out of line, man. She way too young and you paying for it. Nah, man, you all the way out your league, man.
Do you see him bouncing back from this, or do you think this is going to leave a nasty stain on his career?
Nah, it ain't no bouncing back, man. Ain't no bouncing back on the corporate side. You got to understand, man, it's two different worlds, man. It's a corporate world and it's the underground world in which we live in. In an underground world, you can make some money and you can do some living. But for us, corporately, it's over with, man. Nobody wants a 56-year-old athlete, bodybuilding, dick slanging nigga in the vicinity, man. They scared of that. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard of the Me Too movement?
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with that in that corporate setting, man. It's too much of a liability. We gotta acknowledge Shannon Sharpe fucked up, but we gotta acknowledge he did what most people that's fucking up never did, right? He created his own platform in the midst of having a platform, right? So even though he's out of there for the corporate world, he still got a voice. He still got something to put down on the ground for the hungry hounds, as my niggas and them say. You feel me? So he's been broadcasting and been rolling ever since. Has he lost sponsor? All that corporate shit out the window, man, when you accused of the R word out here, man. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's facts.
Yeah, ain't nobody standing next to that, man. That's just what it is. But he's definitely a trick, and he went out like a sucker that he is, because that was weak, man. 20 years old, you paying for it, and she played you out your position. Yeah, man, you just got to roll back and take your L. When this whole time, He been online playing a character like he had his shit together. He been on there schooling Ocho Cinco like he trying to tell a younger man how to do things and how to do it. And the whole time, he the trick. You feel me? So yeah, man, all that masquerading, bitch just took his mask off, man. Trick Daddy of the Year, man.
Sheesh, 50 million, that's more than Cassie got for the Diddy case.
You say that's what?
I said her suing him for 50 million, that's more than what Cassie got for the Diddy lawsuit.
Right, yeah, man. He got popped. Now the good thing is he ain't cellmates with Diddy. That's what he need to be happy about. He need to go and figure out how to pay that little old money because yeah, how long it took. Cassidy came out in November, and what? In May, they locked up Diddy. Yeah, so shit, Shannon Sharpe better figure that shit out. He might got a charge coming down the pipeline, you hear me?
That wouldn't be, hey,
this shit gets stranger than fiction with these prosecutors want some clout. Do you hear me?
Yeah, when you're a known face, especially like I say it, a known black face, like it's been like that for I feel like the last few years. Once one person gets accused, we done seen it with Bill Cosby and so
man, they took Bill Cosby down for something in the 70s. Nigga, we talking about something 4 months ago. So yeah, all you Shannon Sharpe enthusiasts, man, pull out your prayer book. Yeah. Tell your grandma to put him on the sick and shut-in list at church this Sunday. He gonna need some prayers, you hear me? Yeah, he gonna need some prayers, nigga. Straight like that.
All right, so moving on. I want to ask you this question. You know, I feel like you are just in the time I've known you, you are definitely someone that I can say take care of business. You know, you run your own business and have ran multiple businesses before the businesses you currently run. You know, you told me you messed around in the music and so forth. Let's talk about a fellow Houston business owner. You got Lynn, the former CEO of the Turkey Leg Hut.
Oh, man. Go ahead, man. Goddamn, Lynn.
Yeah, man. So he has been arrested on a federal indictment from arson that took place back in 2020 at Bar 5015. You know, Houston. Seems like he's got a few people that have gave information, you know, whether it be business owners, former employees, or people that he employed to go on a mission with him. What do you see? What's your thoughts on this situation with Lynn, and where do you see this going?
Man, the Lynn thing, bro. The Lynn situation is a tricky situation, right? It's one that definitely need to be studied, and we need to understand as brothers that's coming from the struggle of the streets, right? And that's trying to come up. And our goal is to do business and be businessmen, right? And I think we could use this Turkey Leg Hut and Lynn in particular in this Turkey Leg Hut scenario as some of the things you can't do once success show up, right? Because you gotta understand, when we broke and we ain't got no money, we really at our best, man. Meaning like we willing to do whatever it takes to get right. But when that success show up, we get all fucked up, man. And I don't know if they granted him bond or not, or denied bond. I was hoping to hear something today. Hopefully he could get bond in the case, right? But he comes home at the height of the Turkey Leg Hut, and he basically, being a street nigga, goes about taking it over from the owners that helped build it with his wife, that his wife signs agreements with, right? So you gotta understand, you got multiple people doing business together. That's already a problem, Pico. Am I making sense?
Yeah, for sure.
You got multiple people doing business together, and this is successful business. It's no different from like a rap group. You know how the group or the singing group get famous, and then somebody turn to Eddie Kane in the motherfucking group?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got multiple people doing business. Everybody feel like they strong enough to be independent on their own, and everybody feel like they the reason for the success. All right, Lynn comes in and tear that motherfucker apart from the businessship aspect to get control of the business. Now, this happens in white businesses too, right? Somebody wants control and they go by taking over control. Well, Lynn went about taking over control of the business. The thing is, he brought his ways with him, and those ways have led him to being in prison, man. Being locked up, facing 20 or more years back in federal prison. And man, I think it's just messed up because the people that put him in prison are the people that he allegedly used to do this offense, which is burning down one of his partners' businesses, right? But they really can't get Lynn on this case unless the people tell them. And the people telling on him, they got popped with 14 kilos of fentanyl. Now, they've been following Lynn and they can't get nothing on the brother because he taking care of business. But they've been following the other dude and they popped him with 14 kilos of fentanyl, and this ain't got nothing to do with Lynn at all. So for him to get out his life sentence charge, he has turned around and helped the feds with evidence to convict Lynn. And they done gave the man with the 12 bricks, they done gave him a bond, and they ain't gave Lynn a bond. So I just think it's a clear example, bro, of what you getting yourself into when you fucking with these niggas in the streets, man. Yeah, you gotta be all business, right? And you gotta take care of your business because these niggas in the streets is gonna bring you down every time. Street business is bad for business, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you, street business is bad for business, man. You can't apply that shit in 2024 that we would apply it in the 90s. You can't handle no business on no gangster shit with like burning shit down, and these niggas gonna tell on you, man. He did better by just catching his partner that he had a problem with and whooping his ass. Yeah, that way, it's whooping better than 4 years of college. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta whoop a nigga ass real good and it be over with. But you know, he went the way he thought he could get away with. And he did get away with it. The niggas that did it didn't get away with what they was doing. So now you wrapped up in all that. And Lynn, only way out of it, he only got one way out at this point. He can't beat the case. It's unbeatable. Because when they ran in his house, they got guns and stuff. He can't beat the case. He got to tell on somebody. That's how this shit works. So he remains in there with no bond because he refused to cooperate on any level. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. For those that are not affiliated in street culture, street behavior, that's the game. Lose, man. Straight like that. And I feel like Lynn is a good nigga. I feel like he's solid nigga. Shit, we all make mistakes. We all do some wrong shit. I done some shit that I pray God forgive me for, let alone the judge. Yeah, I got to get to the gate and see my goddamn name in the book. Do you hear me?
Yeah, no, for
sure. Because we all fuck up. But I think that nigga a good nigga, but good intentions, I'm gonna repeat, good intentions could lead you straight to hell. He had good intentions, but he did the wrong thing. J. Cole got a song. Ain't no life better than yours. In that song, he got a verse. He say the good news is you came a long way. The bad news for Lynn is that he went the wrong way, man. Straight up.
Yeah, no, facts. And then in the indictment it says the guy, I guess, that was giving the information on him said that Lynn only paid him $1,400, to distribute between his crew. I think it was like 2 or 3 people,
right,
that had to split that $1,400.
Okay, so what you think? That wasn't enough?
Man, I think them niggas crashed out on their own. Yeah, if he was willing to go burn some shit down for what's that, about not even $500 a head.
I mean, nigga, how much it cost? How much I gotta pay you to go burn up a house, nigga? It ain't nobody in it. How much money you want? All it took was $20.
I ain't gonna crash out like that, but I don't think $500 is changing anybody's life.
This ain't a life-changing situation. I don't think burning that. Listen, I'm paying you to go set a fire, nigga. How much you charge, Pico? Yeah. So you mean to tell me now, Lynn don't know about the niggas you gonna go hire. I ain't know nothing about that shit. How much you want to do this here? Nigga say give me $4. So you doing lesser for $1,400, Pico.
Yeah.
I'm saying, see, we be online and we hear the numbers and we think like that's cheap. And it's very few services, right? That's more than $1,400. I mean, just in real life, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, hey man, can you go to this event? Can you go to this place, set a fire? I'm gonna give you $1,400. Niggas taking $300, my nigga. What you mean? I don't know what streets y'all been on, but he overpaid them niggas, you hear me?
No, I ain't been on none of them bitches. That's why I'm trying to figure out if $1,400 crime niggas cost niggas what? It cost him possible 25 years of Lynn life. I also want to ask, like, when you look at the crime itself, arson, I don't feel like this is a crime that, we hear about niggas getting shot, we hear about niggas getting robbed, but
right.
Me personally, you don't hear about too many businesses just being set to fire.
Nah, arson is a crime, man. It's a dangerous crime. And I mean, you gotta understand something about fire. Fire is very powerful, man. Without fire, you don't get gunshots. You don't get explosions. Like, all this is fire related. So fire is one of the most damaging things on this planet, man. So to burn something is to get rid of it forever. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to burn something up is to get rid of it forever. And that's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with that. What's up, family?
All right, so another situation that I seen taking place on the internet, Finesse2Tymes, he been getting into it with Lil King online ever since it seemed like Lil King, I guess, left from his guardianship. Now Finesse2Tymes is brought to the internet. He had to turn himself in over an incident in Houston that led to his probation being revoked.
Right.
What's your thoughts on seeing all of this, especially to know that Finesse behind Lil King?
Man, after he did that live before he went to jail, his name is Finesse2Tymes. Did you hear him confessing on the live, Pico?
Yeah, I heard him say a lot of things.
No, but I'm saying he went on a live. He say, I'm doing this live so I could tell people what's going on. Man, that's snitching, Pico. What you mean? How you gonna get online and tell the public what's actually happened in your case that they locking you up for? You supposed to deal with that at the courthouse, man. And I think that's the misconception people got. For whatever reason, people think they gonna go to court and tell the truth on what happened and the people gonna let you go. I'm saying he got up here supposed to be a real Memphis pimp and reveal that he been a simp this whole time, my nigga. Listen what I'm telling you. He got up here and say he got a baby by a chick named Sugar that got 4 kids. He just did 5 years, got out and had a baby by a chick that got 4 kids. Jeez. And then the 4 kids live with the mama. He gonna give her a 5th child, and then the mama comes in and take the kid. So he done got played by the mama and the goddamn bro.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, I'm following you.
How does this happen when you ain't know these people for the 5 years you was in jail? How you get out and fall into this spider web and you say you a Memphis Pete?
Yeah, that's a good question.
This is all simp activity, man, to the highest level. You the one with the money. You the one with the motion. You the one with this and that. They brought nothing to the situation but problems. And he accepted all the problems and they brought him right on out. Come on, man. Simping at his highest level, man. He cannot come out here on that. That's over with, man. That's over with, man. You don't get a second run at this, man. And we all had hopes for him. We all were celebrating him. We all felt like another real one that came through. But we talking about simping at the highest level, man. Yeah, that nigga ain't got a pimp bone in his body. You hear me? Yeah, little Ricky and he went out and got a BBL. Bitch had him getting BBLs and then I'm talking about simp activity. You ever want to see where a nigga really at? Give him some money. He gonna tell you, expose everything to you, man. He got a hoe with 4 kids pregnant, and the whole mama came in and bagged him and them and put him in jail. Come on, man. He the breadwinner, and he going back to the federal penitentiary, fucking with some people he ain't even know 5 years ago. He ain't know them 2 years ago. That's how much he got put into a bag and laid out, man. Sucker shit for a sucker nigga, man. That's just what that is, man. Confess 2 times. We holler at you when you get back out, man.
Yeah. A lot of people online saying that, you know, aside from the girl and the mama, they saying he let a kid trick him off the streets with Lil King.
Well, again, with the kid situation, is that you trying to be something you ain't. And you trying to do that online. Why you on federal probation? What movie is he watching? I mean, what movie is you watching, man?
I don't know if you know.
I tell you what, though, back to jail you go, Jack. Do you hear me?
Yeah, at first
back
they
to
were
jail
saying
you go, man.
days, but they said it's something else that could lead to longer.
Listen, man, 45 days, 2 hours, 3 hours. You can't get no money in jail, man. Yeah, you can't. Look, man, your behavior done led you the wrong way, my nigga. Once again, another nigga that done went the wrong way.
You know, I want to ask you this question because you're a married man. I just want to know your thoughts. So Paul Pierce, he's an NBA legend, of course. The truth. Let's see what he said here, and you tell me if it's the truth or not.
It's all about. Let me say what marriage is, and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're gonna put our incomes together, have all these kids, and then when our kids, we're gonna have 5, 10 kids. Back in the 60s, all them, they're gonna have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
So you poor. So you married for that. It's all about. Let me say what marriage is and who's married. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that. Like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage, what does it do for a man when things go south? Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, but what do the, so you married for that. And
yeah.
Pico. Can you hear me, Pico?
Yeah.
So he say marriage is for poor people and old people.
Yeah. And offers no advantage to a man.
Nah, man. See, that's that rich nigga shit, man. Yeah, that's that rich nigga shit. I'm gonna tell you. It's a lot of truth to what he's saying. Marriage has its vantage points for people that are poor, right? Definitely for people that are poor. It's a reason why, Pico. The Bible tells you this: 2 people are better than 1. But other than you marrying to have a partner, you also marrying to have structure. Meaning this: if you want to be successful in life, right? If you want to build something in life, you need structure. Sometimes you could build that structure by yourself, but in most cases, Marriage helps you build that structure. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Meaning, most of the people that are successful, that are rich, people who pay him, they are married. The people that pay Paul Prince, the people that own the NFL, the NBA teams are married people in the most cases, right?
Yeah.
All right. So marriage is a tool. Marriage is an institution to build business and legacy with. That's how you get a Rockefellers or the Rothschilds or this or that. It is a commitment and a legal contract that we are a legacy and we are building a dime. You can't get that by having a bunch of kids by a bunch of hoes across the thing. It don't work like that. So what he's saying has some truth to it, but he's saying that nigga there, Paul Pierce might need to be tested for an STD or something. Yeah, do you hear me? Yeah, he might not have his shit all the way together because marriage is an institution for you to build wealth and build legacy with. Point blank period. Whether you rich or poor. Now, what's the advantage of being married when you rich? It's like LeBron James, right? Can you imagine LeBron James having the same success he has now if he wasn't married?
Nah, I don't think he would be as locked in.
We got an example of that, nigga. We got an example of a nigga that came in to be just as great or better than LeBron, but he wasn't married. And look at his life right now. What's that example?
Who is it?
The nigga that just played for the Pelicans.
Oh, Anthony Edwards? Or
Not Anthony Edwards. Nigga, what's the other nigga name? Nigga that came in like LeBron, got caught with the fucking porn star and having babies by the porn star.
Zion Williamson.
Right there. Zion Williams was the next LeBron. In size and play and domination and everything. Look at his career unmarried.
Damn. Fucking porn stars.
He all the way out of there. So when you having money, you need the structure, bro. Marriage represents the structure. The fear of losing everything makes you tighten up on your game. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the mere fact that Paul Pierce would say that, and he would use that analogy, is more winners married than there are not married. The not married shit lead to all kind of disaster. Ask Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels, that's deceased, right? Who talked about high value men and talked about relationships and all that. That nigga died on top of a woman he met the night before, my nigga.
Damn. That's not a live way to go out?
I don't know. But if that's what you want your legacy to be, that's what it is. As a father, as a husband, that ain't the way to go, though.
Yeah.
And that's the point of the institution of marriage, man. Nigga, people make it like it's a white folks thing. Black people, no, my nigga, listen. If you study any kind of history, every history that had a situation where you could marry as many as you want, the society always ended in chaos, my nigga. Right now, if you go over there to the Arab country where you could marry all these women, they do not have the society that people would deem right to live in. Because the people with the money would accumulate all the wives. This is not no European standard of living. This has been proven as the most successful standard of living for society's longevity. That's it, my nigga. Niggas saying all that because they want a hoe. Now, don't get me wrong. Hey, man, that's why I say maybe Paul Pierce need to be tested for STD. You could go out and do all the horn you want, especially if you're rich. But at the end of the day, you just gonna realize you wasted your time. Wilt Chamberlain say he fucked over 1,000 women. And he tell you he wasted his time. I don't know if I did any educating here or spreading the game, but Paul Pierce need to get tested for STD, man. Yeah, that nigga's out here living reckless and he trying to take people down.
Yeah. So Big U, he said he's taking that case to trial. He said he's taking it all the way. Since then, the feds have announced that
Free
they have
Big U, man.
over 20,000 Big U calls intercepted, like recorded phone calls. Okay, let's try that. 20,000 is crazy.
20,000, yeah, Big U ain't getting out, but free Big U. Yeah, he ain't getting out, man. Yeah, he, again, man, go back to like the Lynn situation, man. You gotta watch who you dealing with, man. You cannot mix real business with street business. It don't work like that. These street niggas will pull you down every time. Don't do that shit. Big U is a prime example of that shit. That gangster shit is over with. That shit is dead wood. It ain't gonna stand up.
Yeah, that's facts. I want to ask you this too. You know, Drake and Kendrick, they had their beef over the course of the last year or two or whatever. Since then, you know, people been choosing sides. They asked Jim Jones a question about Drake and the culture, and Jim Jones basically said that he feels Drake did more for the culture than anyone, and you know that he should not be removed from the culture.
Nah, you can't remove Drake from the culture, but he did get smoked by Kendrick Lamar, and it looked like it's a blessing because the way he running the lawsuit looked like he got some traction with the lawsuit. So I think in the end, everybody wins. You got to go through the hard part of it though, but in the end, everybody pretty much win in that in the business of hip hop as it relates to Kendrick Lamar and it relates to Drake. Again, Universal and the people that run hip hop are not gonna let the artists run the game. So Drake lost, man. And
I never asked. I wanted to ask you though, did you agree with, you know, Kendrick being able to drop the song and then perform it at the Super Bowl? You know, basically alleging Drake is a PDF file.
yeah, why not? Yeah, why shouldn't he be? It's hip hop. It's for the culture, right? You think that's the first diss song a nigga dropped? A nigga lied in the song about something that a nigga did? Every diss song got a lie in it.
Yeah.
Long as the lie's entertaining, we accept it. If you ain't a PDF file, why you care?
Yeah. Okay. So I want to ask you about a situation took place in Texas not too long ago. You know, at a track meet. It was a young nigga, YN by the name. I don't even want to call him a YN. It was a young black kid by the name of Carmelo Anthony. He was there with two other twin brothers. I guess one. They got into some type of back and forth, and he ended up stabbing the boy in the heart. Carmelo Anthony ended up stabbing Austin Metcalf in the heart. What are your thoughts on this situation? I see a lot of people making it like a racial thing.
Well, it definitely is a racial thing, no doubt about it. It's a racial thing because it's a black kid stabbing a white kid, and that's just what it is, man. It is a racial thing. Now the thing is this: it was the worst day of both of their lives, man. That's all I gotta say. It's no winners here. It's the worst day of both of their lives, right? The kid had no business having a knife, right? Or any kind of weapon with him at a track meet. He had no business having a weapon, let alone using the weapon in defense to kill somebody. That's all the way out of line, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the way out of line. I mean, no matter how you shape it, you know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna try to fight it, try to have different defenses, and you never know how it plays out in a legal court. But it's the worst day of both of their lives and their family lives. I don't know if that makes sense. One child is gone, another child is gone, pretty much to the system. And now we online doing like the Trayvon Martin thing. You know what I'm saying? Want to show well, we could get justice for the white person or get justice for the black person. And again, that's just all bullshit. What should be going on is this. We should be minding our motherfucking business and let the people that gotta handle that. Because we ain't gonna change nothing, and nobody has won in that scenario. Nobody has won. And that's another message about weapons and about being a kid, right? You know how many situations could be resolved if the shooter or the killer didn't have a gun or a knife. Now, let's say if the kid didn't have a knife, right? How do you think he would have resolved that situation, Pico?
Shit, it either led to a fight or he would have moved around.
Or he would have moved around. Do you think having a knife empowered him in any way?
I can't say it did, but I can't say it didn't. Just based on what he said was, if you touch me, watch what I'm gonna do to you, is what I believe he said. So that
Right.
do sound empowering.
So that sounds empowered.
Yeah.
Right? Watch what I do to you. Now, would you think he would have made that statement if he didn't have a knife? So that's a prime example, man, right there, just on a serious note and a business note about what the spirituality around having weapons do to you. A weapon or having what you think is the ups create a whole different spirituality about yourself and your mental condition to feels you empowered to be the aggressor in the scenario. And it could lead to you dying or you killing somebody. Where if this isn't present, you walk away. I can tell you that as being a street nigga that's been involved in violence, my nigga. So understanding that this argument about a tent led to a death because this kid had a weapon at a track meet where he supposed to be participating in competing with people, and he brought a weapon, says a lot about his mental state and his intent when dealing with these people at this track meet, man.
Yeah.
Long story short, he came to the track meet prepared.
For more than running.
He wasn't prepared to run. Yeah, and he gonna regret it for the rest of his life. Innocent or not, he gonna regret that for the rest of his life, bro. That's just the reality of it. Now, we could get on here and bullshit and kick shit about the shit, like, you know, back and forth. Oh, he black. What they did to Trayvon Martin, what they did, that shit just entertainment. In real life, he's in a fight for his life based on his poor decision making and his action.
Yeah. Yeah. So last thing I want to ask you, AI. I don't know if you've been looking online, like as far as like how this AI shit has been taking the internet by storm. What's your thoughts on this new AI wave?
Well, I can tell you, man, AI is not going away, just like the internet didn't go away, or just like anything else didn't go away once it's discovered, like fire didn't go away. You got to see what's going on, bro. AI is the future. It is the wave. And what I could tell you, like probably 20 years from now, we won't even be driving our cars. Meaning like in 50 years, I could just fast forward 50 years. Let's say in the 1900s, right? They didn't even have cars yet at the turn of the 1900s. By the 1950s, they had highways, cars, and people didn't even ride horses no more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Pico, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. They didn't even have horses no more in 50 years. In 50 years from today, we won't be able to drive a car. You physically driving the car, working the gas pedal and the brakes is going to be called dangerous to society and society health. They're going to be trying to get away of all car accidents, speed, and engagement by the cars driving for us. This is the world we are marching towards with AI. Things are getting took out of our control and being given to the control of the computer, of the machine, of the system. These are the things that we could be looking forward to in the future. We won't be driving cars no more. Everybody's car will be driving itself, and that will keep us all quote unquote safe. Now, it will prevent accidents, but it also will take your ass to jail. Yeah, Pico, you got a warrant for 2 weed squares. You ran around the club, and it's gonna drive your ass to the precinct. That's gonna be the problem with it. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
But that's my take on AI. It's here to change the way we know things to exist. No different from the way the car or anything else changed people's lives.
Yeah, I see that happening with Teslas pretty soon. They already got cameras all over the car.
They already got it out.
Well, yeah. Now, shout out, goddamn CEO Hockley. Another one in the goddamn books.
Man, I gave something, man. I know I was on the fly. I should have went a little harder, but I'm in here on the fly. People coming in. Couldn't cuss people out the way I wanted to, but Finesse is a hoe. Finesse a hoe. And nigga got up there and confessed. And nigga, Finesse2Tymes got on the internet and confessed. It's like Diddy doing a live and say, man, look, I'm finna tell y'all what really happened. Nigga, they finna put you in jail. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, he said the mama went to the police and said that they selling dope out the house.
Why are you dealing with her or her mama? What does Sugar bring to the table other than her? I'm just saying, and you supposed to be a P, right?
Yeah.
Simping at an all-time high.